My name is Akshay Garkar, and this is my talk about happiness. So, what is happiness? Happiness is a word which can conjure up some pretty vivid emotions. It's something that motivates us, pushes us to succeed, always something we keep in mind when we make decisions in our lives. It's something we all strive to be, and is a never-ending horizon because we're all trying to constantly be happier, trying to get to that never-ending horizon, like I said. What is happiness exactly? The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines it as a state of well-being, semicolon, joy. Some philosophers merely mention it as a lack of negativity, which I think is wrong personally, but others philosophers say it as living a good life and flourishing, as opposed to a single emotion or feeling. Scientists can show you how endorphins fire in the brain, which cause feelings of pleasure, which people associate with being happy. Psychologists may point to Maslow's hierarchy of needs and suggest that someone who is at the top of the pyramid is truly happy. But in reality, happiness, I think, is what you make of it, and the definition is completely up to you. For some people, being happy might mean having tons of money and relaxing on the beach. For some people, it's just having a good time with friends and family, having strong connections, being a good person. So it really depends on. The point is that happiness really has no clear definition. It's all just relative to your own values, what you think it means to be happy. I want you to take a second to think about what makes you happy. What gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling inside that makes all of your troubles fade away, leaves you with a good feeling of joy inside. For me personally, it's spending time with my friends and family, playing the sport I love, hockey, and enjoying life to the fullest every single day that I live. And yeah, I mean, happiness to me is something completely different for you, as opposed to someone else. It's just purely subjective. So research indicates that happiness is actually made up of three different parts: social, cognitive, and emotional. When all three of these segments of your brain are happy, then scientists define you as someone who is happy or experiencing true happiness. Philosophers Friedrich Nietzsche and Blaise Pascal offered the idea that man is intrinsically guided towards what will make him happy, and it is the most basic human good which we all direct our efforts towards. In my life, I've personally seen the effects of happiness on people and how it influences their lives. Both grew up as children of teachers, and education was the most important thing to them growing up in India, and they definitely carried on this tradition with me. My mom's a doctor, my dad's an engineer, my sister doing her PhD at Columbia, and five of my six cousins are actually at school in Ivy Leagues. So I did feel a lot of pressure growing up in school, and the pressure to perform well got to me at times, for sure. When I was younger, I would get frustrated very easily when my parents wouldn't let me hang out with friends and have a good time, and instead made me study. Once I was in high school, I started getting good grades and focused more on school. I noticed that my parents let me actually have more fun, and I was happier all around. Not only because I got to spend time with my friends and playing hockey, but also because I was doing well in school, and this made me happy in turn. So once I got to school, college, I realized that my parents actually just wanted the best to me. I realized they were pushing me towards success in education because that would actually help me lead a happier life in the long term, be more successful, and in turn be more happy in essence. Sometimes we have to make decisions for ourselves which will make us happier in the long run. I know for a fact that all of us as students are working hard at college for good grades. But why? For good grades? Why do we need good grades? I think it's because not only just to get our diplomas, get a good job after college, but it's that so we can someday support our families financially, have a good job, so that we don't have to worry and so we can be happy. Everyone faces trade-offs in their daily lives, and sometimes decisions can only be justified by saying, I did it because I wanted to be happy. It's definitely, like I said, the philosophers at the beginning, Nietzsche and Blaise Pascal, they said that it's the driving force behind everything the man does, and I kind of agree with that just because, most decisions in all of our lives can be explained by the fact that we want happiness in the long run. I know over the past 2 years I've spent a lot of nights studying and doing work, but sometimes I'll just leave it all and just hang out with some friends and relax and have a good time. If I didn't want to have fun or be happy, I could easily spend every one of my minutes that I'm awake working hard for school in my future, but what's the point if you're not going to have fun along the way? What's the point of living life if you're just going to slave away at work every minute you get a chance and just don't take the chances to enjoy what's good in life and be happy? So going off of this, I've done some research and found ways that you can be happier. The first and most common thing I saw in a lot of articles I read was the fact that you have to take care of the basics first in order to be happy. This means getting an appropriate amount of sleep every night, eating when you're hungry, taking a break when you feel stressed, not overloading yourself with things that you need to do. Taking care of your body, physical and mental health is of the utmost importance to being happy. Our bodies are wired to tell us when we need something, and it's our job to listen to them when they're trying to tell us something. And the next thing I found was that when you're angry or sad, or any other negative emotion, think about whether you'll care about the issue when you're in a year or 5 years from now. Chances are it's not going to really matter that much. I mean, in the long run. So there's really no use being angry or sad or just worrying about things that you don't need to be worried about. One thing which you guys, probably most of you guys know about is exercise. It's been proven through several study research that exercise boosts your mood instantly, and it's so easy. All you have to do is step outside, go for a walk, go for a run, play some basketball with some friends. It'll instantly lift your spirits. Another way to try and be a little bit happier in your life, try and have some more joy in your life, is to try and tackle a goal you've been thinking about for a while, or trying something new and enjoying success. When our brain experiences things for the first time, we're creating new pathways and connections in our brain, all of which help us grow as humans. When we finally conquer our goals and challenges, do something successfully, it can be one of the most satisfying and joyful things out there. Now, I'm sure we've all read plenty of research articles saying how to be happier and such, so I'm going to tell you one way which I think is the easiest way to be happy. When I talk to people, I get the sense that they're always thinking about how great life is going to be in the future. Saying in high school, everyone would say, "I can't wait to get out of the city, go to college, start fresh." Now everyone in college saying, "I just want my diploma already, so I can have a real job, start a family, get into the real world. I'm sick of college." Someday that statement might be, "I can't wait to retire." I mean, we're just wired as humans to always be looking forward to the future. And instead of constantly focusing on the future, on that long-term horizon, and fantasizing that it'll be amazing just like you've always dreamed, take some time to enjoy the present moment and where you are right now and who you are right now. That's just why I think everyone should take a deep breath, look around, realize how great your life currently is. You have people that love you, you're going to a great school, you have a great group of friends, or just the fact that you're in a beautiful place in your life. We're constantly fixated on working towards that never-ending horizon. We never take the time to pause, look around, and realize how awesome life really is right now. If I could leave you with one thing to remember out of my talk, it would be that you should love life now and be happy with who you are today, and that you don't need to worry about the future because that'll work itself out in the future. Happiness is an intriguing concept and one that many people have struggled with for centuries. And I just want to end my talk by quoting Bobby McFerrin in his famous song saying, "Don't worry, be happy."